Hi everybody and welcome to another class with us. Today we are going to focus on a little bit of balancing and mobility and some animal movement actually. So we will have some little sprinkles of them. With me, there is Patrick today. So we're gonna practice together. Patrick will always show you the easiest modification of what I am cueing to do. So be sure that you can see as well. And you decide which kind of modification or expression of the pose you want to do, reminding yourself that nothing is per se better than the other. It's just a variation. So sometimes we are full of energy and sometimes not that much. Like life is hard enough. So make sure that you have a couple of blocks in case you need help with balancing, because we will have balancing as well. And without no further ado, take a sizer like us, sitting on top of the heels, relaxing the hands on top of the lap, closing the eyes, taking this as a small moment. It's a small moment to just tune in. I was about to say in Italian piccolo, but it's a small moment to tune in. Allow the breath to flow in and out from the nostrils. And notice how the breath can be that nice equalizer, the thing that brings everything in balance, everything is equal. The breath can really steady your mind if you allow the breath to do so, and if you allow the mind to produce the thoughts that it wants to produce, but as well to let go of the same. On the next inhalation, breathe in, become longer into the spine. Exhale, feel that little drop into the chest. Inhale, breathe in. And exhale. Last one. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And exhaling. Take a moment to set an intention. Open your eyes. Inhaling, sending the arms onto the side. Open the chest. Find an expansion. Exhale, cross the left elbow on top of the right. Inhale, open up. Exhale, cross the right elbow on top of the left. Inhale, open. Left elbow on top of right. Inhale, open. Right elbow on top of left. Take a moment to hold your shoulders. Elbows are like pointing down, and start to make little circles. Sending the elbows towards the right and towards the left, like really articulating little motion. Thinking about drawing a circle with your elbows. If you have two pens sticking out of the elbows, you can make it as big as Patrick is doing, or like as small I'm trying to do, so that it becomes a little bit less easy and more feeling that constriction movement. But both action are pretty good. And then reverse the motion, keeping the elbows pointing up onto the side, lateral stretch and down. And keep moving in this direction. Last one. Relax the elbows, then release the shoulders. Place the hands onto the ground and find your tabletop position. Very spontaneous movement of warming up the wrist. Keep your knees under the hips, and I like always, like now that we know a little bit how to warm up the wrist, we know also where we can move. Make sure that the weight is really into the index finger, or at least the base of it. Moving the hands on the side, flipping the hands onto the back. And if you find soreness into the wrist, maybe today I will add a little shoulder stretch and wrist stretch. Let's see if we have time for that. Releasing the hands onto the ground, finding a couple of cat and cows. Inhale, send the tailbone up, belly drop, chest open. Exhale, rounding, pressing through the hands. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, find that doming of the spine. Articulate from the lower, middle, and upper back. Again, opening. And rounding. neutralize the spine. Start by really pivoting the left shin onto the side, extending your right leg onto the back of the mat. Send your right arm up. Finding your modified side plank. You can see Patrick is having his right foot down. Maybe you can join me, lifting the right leg up. Keep pressing into the left hand. Opening the chest. Maybe you can catch the back of the ankle as you open. You find a little bit of a back bend here. Exhale, release if you're holding the ankle. If you are with the foot onto the ground like Patrick, start to bring the right knee into the chest. And then step your right foot towards the front of the mat. Spin on top of the left shin and find your lizard. Moving from side to side, the hips. Gentle invitation for dropping the elbows onto the ground. Maybe grabbing a block, finding both elbows onto the floor. Focusing on the left hip flexor moving down, maybe opening onto the right side, left side closed. If you want, stay onto the elbows, maybe angling just the left elbow a little bit more towards the mid. And Patrick stays onto the hand and we catch the back foot. So right hand, reach for the outside of your left foot. Send the right shoulder back, moving onto the other edge of the right foot, opening the knees on side, opening the hips. Invite a nice tension, opening. Can let everything bloom. Exhale, release, both hands down. If you are on elbows, bring yourself up. Now this is very hard. Press into the hands, lift your right foot, and bring it back into your tabletop position. Or maybe just light it, like Patrick is showing you. Fair option. So shin, right shin moves to side, left leg extends, and we find our side plank, left arm reach up. So also here we are balancing somehow. So I see a lot of time in class people that struggle already with here. So lifting the leg if you feel. So definitely here we are in a balancing position. Maybe catching the ankle and finding like kind of a back action. If you're here, release the foot. If you're like Patrick, start to bring the left knee into the chest. Stepping with control, the left foot outside the left hand or the corner, upper corner of the mat. The hand is not there yet. Bring the elbows down. Yeah, the elbows and the hands are arriving now. Maybe grabbing a block under the forearms. Sending the left knee onto the side. Right elbow can stay on the floor. Lifting the right heel, sending the left hand towards the right foot, grabbing the outside of the foot, rolling the left shoulder back, open the chest towards the sky. Find the nice traction, the opening. Exhaling, releasing the hands down, bring yourself on both hands. Pressing actively into the mat, lifting the left foot. Destination is stable top position. Tucking the toes, send the hips high. Find your downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet, move from side to side. Now we'll add a little animal motion type. So we'll add a new figure. So when you're ready, wave forward into your plank. Exhale, bend the knees back, find a bear position. This is a bear position. For balancing, we will lift the right arm up. So shifting the weight into the left hand. Bring the right hand down, send the hips high, and find your downward facing. Waving forward, find your plank. Transitioning to bear, bending both knees, hovering onto the mat, left arms reach up. Towards the shoulder if you want. Bring the hands down, tailbone reach back up, downward facing. Now we make it a little bit more complex for us. Wave forward, find your plank, find your bear position. Right hand, left foot lift from the ground. Stay nice, strong into the midline, both hands down, both foot down. Send the tailbone up. Last one. Roll into your plank. Find that bear. Left foot, left hand, right foot, sorry. And bring yourself down. Tailbone reach all the way up. Take a moment here. Start to walk the feet forward, but crisscrossing towards the front. So press into the hands, lift the right leg, cross it in front, and then left foot cross. Then right foot cross, crisscrossing, crisscross. And then towards the front. We find ourselves with the right ankle in front of the left one. So crossed, So start to come all the way up. And from here, start to send the arms towards the sky, grabbing the right wrist and lean towards the left side. So find a nice stretch. Inhale, come back to center. Swan dive the hands down. And cross your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back from your plank. Breathing in. Exhale, find your bear. Right arms reach, left foot reach. Place it down. Left arm and right foot. Place it down. Send the tailbone up. Find your downward facing dog. So this time we start with crossing with the left one in front. Right front cross. Left. Right. And now we end up with the opposite one. Left one in front of right. Start to come all the way up. Holding onto the left wrist. Arms reaching. And we find a lateral stretch. How juicy is this? Inhale, come back to center. Hands on front. The heart. Untangle your legs. Take a moment here to notice what happened. Maybe you really don't like this bear. Remember, if you struggle to stay in bear, your balance, your equilibrium is really into the middle of your body. So try to compact everything there. Inhale, sending your arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Bring the left knee into the chest. Extend back, find your warrior three. We move with the right knee into balance. Say, I thought we were balancing before. Kind of. When you're ready, bend the right knee, land into your high lunge. High lunge, arms are reaching towards the sky. Exhale, windmill the left hand onto the ground, right foot step behind the left one. So we find a small side plank, wild thing version. Arm is reaching up. Exhale, with control, bring the hands onto the ground. Stepping your right foot forward. Bring the left knee onto the ground. Send the hips back, find your half split, toes up. Hips on top of the knees. Or walking the hands forward, intensify the position. Exhale, bend your right knee. Press actively into the right foot, lift the back knee up. Moving into balance again, so lift the left knee into the chest. Use your hands for support, like Patrick is doing. Or place your right hand on top of the hip. Now, this one, you can still hold in the knee, or if you have the expression of hand to toe, please join me in. Grab the big toe with the index and middle finger and close with the thumb. Roll the shoulder blades down and inhale, extend. We keep opening and try to really distribute the weight and the force as we are here. Exhaling, open to side. Still breathing, pressing into that big toe for balance. Come back to center. We find a number 4. So bending the right knee, and we place the hands on top of the shin. Now Patrick is showing you hands on shin or hands in front of the heart. I will show you like a little bit with the mudra and more intensity. So make an index, make an L with the index and thumb, and close the rest of the finger like claws, and start to fold like if your arms were wings. Opening here into your number 4, strong, maybe even feel a little bit of pull on the shoulders, like if they were really wings, proper wings. Inhale, come back up. Bring the knee into the chest and point the toes. Send the arms up and step back. Both hands onto the floor. Step back into your plank. Bend the knees, find your bear. Right foot lift, left foot lift. Left and lift, right foot lift, sorry. That would be like a very different bear. Tailbone reach up, find your downward facing dog and say, what? Why is right hand, left foot? Sorry, guys. Yes, that would be very, very hard. On the next inhalation, this time we take just a big step towards the front of the mat. And we find a little bit of folding, intentional folding, so grabbing the opposite elbows with intention really to find the length into the spine. Yeah, start to come all the way up, arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Preparing to the left side. So straight away, gently bring the right knee into the chest, send the right leg back. Finding our warrior 3. Hands can be always on ground like Patrick was showing you. With control, bending your standing leg, landing your right foot down, right knee onto the floor, finding your half splits. Toes are moving back. Think about pressing the heel down and pull it in. These are more functional alignment, I would say cueing, with the intention like to keep something happening. Bending the left knee. We press into the right hand, we lift the back knee, and as we send the leg back, we roll into our wild thing. So left foot outside of the right leg, sending the left arm up, almost like a side planking. Extending both hands down, bend into the standing leg, send the left leg up. Destination is foot towards the front of the mat. We're preparing for our balancing again. So press into the left toe, bring the right knee into the chest and come all the way up. Left hand, left hip, bringing the right hand towards the right big toe. Exhale, extend, roll the shoulder blades down, breathe in, find stability into the pelvis. Exhale, open to side. Maybe touch your neighbor, if you have one. That counts for me. Come back to center. Find your number 4. Send the arms into your mudra, L with the claws. Also not. Come back up, knee into the chest, point the toes. Send the foot back, bring both hands onto the ground. We find our plank, our bear position. Now I say it right hand, left foot, please be good with me. Left hand, right foot. Send the tailbone up, downward facing dog. Bring the knees onto the ground, ciao, pose. Take a moment here to relax. We will have another round where we intensify little bit. And we add also an arm balance. So we will show you variations onto our arm balance. And it's always an option you can take or leave it, like everything else in life. So find your downward facing dog. Find your way towards the front of the mat. Maybe it's a little hop. Maybe it's just walking forward. Bring the feet together, bend the knees, find your chair. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. We bring the left elbow outside of the knee. So you can stay here. Patrick can show you staying here. He's squeezing his leg together, knees are together. Or you can move into an arm balance. So I'm squatting a little bit down, bringing the hands onto the side, pivoting onto the knees onto my left elbow, and lifting into my side crow, squeezing the leg together. I bring my feet down, and I join Patrick again in his twist. Coming back to center, sending the arms up. Keep the left knee and the right knee bent, and bring the left knee into the chest. So both knees stay bent. I'm extending my left leg back, and I keep my right knee bent. Arms are reaching back. Press into the right foot, and find your warrior 3. Exhale, landing down. Both hands onto the ground. This time I go directly three-legged dog, so I send my right leg up. I bend my knee and I open and I find my wild thing. Sending my right arm up. Now I found a little bit of balance in transition. So I press into my left index. I bring my right knee into the chest. Squeeze it, everything in. And I step my right foot towards the front of the mat super duper slowly. You can do it with the arm lifted, or Patrick is showing with both hands onto the ground. And I bring both hands onto the ground. Press into my right toe, lifting up, bring the left knee into the chest. Now, hand to toe, or whatever variation you have in store, extend. Now we will not open to the side, but we will do something a little bit more nice. Release the big toe, see where your leg is going. Maybe grab the big toe again. It's still here. Bend the knee, find a number 4. Flaring out your wings. Bring the knee into the chest. And now we open to side like a very big opening. And then we send the hip parallel to the floor and then open down. Now we find our warrior 2. We miss those, right? We don't do them that much. Flip the right palm and reverse. I'm joking, of course. Bringing here strong into the back leg, front knee still opening. Inhaling, exhale, right hand in front of the right foot or onto a block, or even floating if you have the space, press into the right big toe and find your half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Rest the hands wherever feels good for you. Open the chest. Think about being between two planes. Exhale, step the left foot down. Both hands onto the ground. We find our bear position. Again, right arm lift, left foot lift. Bring it down, and we change. Keep everything into the balance. Send the tailbone up. Downward facing dog. Now we move forward to a hop or whatever we choose before or we did not choose at the beginning. Bring the feet towards the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We bend the knees, we find the chair. Hands in front of the heart. We bring the right elbow outside of the left one. So we find our twisted chair. So Patrick stays there. I would squat a little bit down. Bring the hands onto the floor. Like really pivot on top of my right elbow. The feet onto the side. Oopsie. Squeeze the legs together. Finding a side plank. A side cross, sorry. Exhale, bring the feet down. Coming back where I came from. Coming back to center. Keep both knees kind of bent. And now it's the turn of our right leg. Stays in and back. Warrior 3 with the bent knee. Strong push into the left big toe. Left. Warrior 3 regular. Regular warrior 3. Both hands down. Three-legged dog, left leg reach. Open the hip, wild thing. Pressing into the right hand, left arm up, be overhead. Now, we want to really find a strong transition forward with a little bit of balancing here, left knee into the chest. Squeeze it in, maybe both hands onto the ground, maybe not. Stepping the left foot forward. From here, I really ground my left big toe. I start to bring the right knee into the chest. And I find my balancing. Hand to toe, left hand, left hip. Extend forward. We stay here and then we release the big toe. We see what happens. We grab it again because we're happy we got toes. Exhale, sit. Find your number 4, maybe with the arms out. Breathing in and out. Bring the knees into the chest. Open to side. Open, open, open. Open, open, land into your warrior 2. Say, just like, look, open, open, open. What is happening? You know, flip the left palm and reverse. Keep the left side nice and stretching. Keep the left knee moving towards the third and fourth toe. Come back to front. Ardha Chandrasana, left hand reach for the front of the left foot. Sending the right leg up. Option here with hands, no hands, opening, hands on blocks. Is a balancing posture, so everything counts as long as you balance. With control, step your right foot down. Bring both hands onto the ground. Find that bear position. Right foot, left foot, right hand. And then left hand, right foot. What's wrong with me today? Send the tailbone up. Downward facing dog. Walk the hands towards the feet. And find your forward fold. Maybe grabbing the back of your ankles. Bending the elbows towards the back, or like Patrick is showing you, grabbing the big toes. Shake the head. Inhale, bring the feet together. Start to bend the knees, send the arms up, find your chair. So we're moving to a toe balancing. Again, very nice. We lift the heels. Patrick will show you by reaching first thing with the hands down. You can always bring the hands in front of the heart and you start to squat all the way down. When you are in proximity of the floor, for example, Patrick is showing like you can hold the hands onto the floor. We stay nice and balancing our toe balancing. And then slowly, hands on floor or without the hands onto the floor, we start to drop the knees super duper slow. Super duper slow. So weight back onto the ground. Untuck the toes, sit for a moment into your size. Relax the head, whatever was flowing across your mind, let it go. Preparing to drop either the hip onto the right or to the left, across the ankles and come into a seated position. Bring the legs in front of you. Hold onto the shin. Bring the heels fairly close. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round, 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 forehead to knee. Inhale, opening. Exhale, round, 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 forehead to knee. Inhale, opening. Again, we round, lower, middle, upper, forehead to knee. Stay here, neutralize the spine, hands are reaching forward. Bring the knees off the ground, let the feet off the ground, bend the knees, Navasana or Navasana, if you have the expression. And then we start to move towards the floor and we will come back up in some little V-sits. So exhale, you can keep the hands onto the floor and come all the way up. Exhale, leg up. Last two, move at your own breath. Exhale for coming up. Releasing slowly and come up. Now from here, release slowly and start to resist the temptation to drop in one go. So drop down in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Take a moment here on the ground. Prepare for the back bend of today. Is a bridge pose or a wheel pose if it's in your practice. Of course, for wheel, we want to place the hands close to the ears with the finger pointing towards the shoulder and try to lift by literally like pushing the chest forward. First reaction will be to push the chest towards the back, especially if the shoulder are pretty closed. Make sure that you know that you can always prepare by landing on the crown of the head before you push up into your wheel. Otherwise, bridge is a fair option and a pretty good one too. So bend the knees, see if you can brush with your fingers, middle fingers, the heels of your feet, and place the hands either side of your rib cage if you're going for your bridge, or towards your shoulder if you're going for your wheel. On the next inhalation, start to bring yourself up, whatever option you took. And kind of work with that, meaning that if you are in wheel and it's not something that you like a lot, remember that you can always release a little bit the spine, maybe coming on toes, walk the feet a little bit closer, focusing on the opening of the chest. Wherever you are, last 2 breaths. And exhale, gently release. If you're into your wheel, back of the head onto the ground. And keep the knees knocked in. I like always, after this back bend, I always like a moment of integration. I don't want to rush and run away from it. I want to let them tell me something. And to do so, I have to be open to ear. So I take a break and I hear. Exhale, drop the knees right and left. I start to bring the knees into the chest. Walk your lower back. For today, one leg twist, so extend your left leg. Keep the right knee into the chest and drop it onto the left side. Opening the right arm onto the side. Also here, leg extended is an option. Look over the right shoulder and relax the breath. Inhale, come up, bend the knees, change the leg, adjust the hips if you need to. Again, opening the left arm like a fan. Maybe grabbing the foot, maybe not, grabbing the knee. Finding your variation into your reclined twist. And send the left shoulder down. See if you are like noticing, sometimes I see in class people are really have an elevated shoulder. Then bend the knee, place a block under the knee. You don't have to fit it into the shoulder. I mean, you want to feel opening to the shoulder, but you shouldn't feel like constriction there. Inhale, bring the knees in. Make some circle with the hips. Preparation for your Shavasana. Send the feet towards the opposite corner of the mat. Separate the arms wide. Relax the shoulders under. Allow the toes to drop out. Arms open. Chest is open. And feel. Allow yourself to be present, spacious, and also kind of blissful into your Shavasana. We can't say like, we can't rush out from this pose. But no matter what you do, no matter where you go, this is always a pose that kind of brings you back home. It shows you the fact of what you did, allows you to feel. And in a society that doesn't really promote feeling, this one is your tool to really drop in and feel. I want to thank you for this practice together today. I will see you in the next class. Thank you.